I thought it was about time that I did an updated what's in my camera bag video, because it's been a few years now since I've done one, and I've now been signed as a Nikon creator, so my whole kit has recently changed. Plus, I'm currently out in Alaska on an expedition cruise filming wildlife, so I thought it'd be the perfect opportunity to show you what I'm using on this trip. So my main camera is now the Nikon Z9, and I'm using this both for stills and video, and it's like exceptionally high quality in both of those. So it's pretty much the only camera body that I'm using now. We do also have the Z8 out with us, which is what this is being filmed on now, but we're using that more as like a behind the scenes camera as it's a bit more lightweight. Similar specs to the Z9, but the battery on this is so much better. So for shooting wildlife and being out in the field for long hours, this is like a much better option. Then I have this absolute beast of a lens out here with me. It's the Nikon 400mm f2.8 lens. Sadly, I do not own this lens. I wish that I did, but I've been loaning it for all of my recent shoots to film wildlife. It's an absolute incredible lens. It has an inbuilt 1.4x converter as well. In terms of the quality of the images that you get from this lens, it's pretty much unparalleled. However, it obviously is a big bulky setup, so it's not always the most practical, especially out here where we've been filming on small boats a lot of the time. So especially for filming when you want something stable and easy to handheld at times, this obviously isn't that option. So for doing tripod work where you have the ability to sit and wait for an animal, this is perfect. But for more run and gun on an expedition ship, it's not always that practical to be out in the field using this lens. We also have this with us, which is the new Nikon lens. It's the 180 to 600mm lens. And this has been great for this trip because obviously it's significantly smaller, it's more lightweight, it's easy to move around with, but it still produces great quality videos and still images. Obviously one's a telephoto, one's a prime, so this is much more versatile, but the quality of the glass is obviously very different in the two lenses. But for like practicality and for having one lens that can do a whole range of different shots, like this would probably be more of a better option in my opinion, for having something in your kit bag that you can just grab and get whatever you need to build a whole wildlife sequence with. Then I also have the Nikon 70-200 f2.8 with me. I've actually been using this a lot for landscapes here, which is something I didn't think I would be doing. But because we're based on the ship, a lot of the time the land is quite far out into the distance. So this means that I can still get the landscape shots from on board the ship. But also for wildlife, this is a great lens because obviously it has the really nice low aperture to get those nice shallow depth of field shots, which everyone loves. So yeah, this is a great little lens. I've also got the Nikon 35mm lens, which is being used right now to film this video, and it's been our go-to for all the behind the scenes shots, for filming people, also for getting more like close-up detailed shots. It's just a really great lens for having as a second camera lens for getting all of those behind the scenes shots. Then to go over accessories, because these have also probably changed as well since my last video. In terms of my tripod setup, I've now got the Peak Design carbon fiber tripod, which I've had for a couple of years now. And basically I just use the legs from the tripod. It's actually a photography tripod, so it comes with a different head mount, but it's made for stills photography. So for filming, it's not really what I needed. So I got the adapter and attached this Manfrotto 502 fluid head to it, which is obviously much better for video. For me, this is like a great option because often when I'm out on shoots, I'm on my own, I'm carrying a lot of kit. So I need to keep things as light as possible. And this is something that practically I can manage on my own. Obviously, it's not like a big sturdy tripod, so there is like some compromise in that in terms of the movement that you can get out of it. But for me, like this is the perfect trade-off between something that I can carry and then like a really high quality video tripod as well. In terms of mics, I have two different options. So I have the Sennheiser MKE 600. This is a shotgun mic. I do also have a blimp that I can use to boom this mic, but I didn't bring it on this trip with us. But it can be mounted to the top of the camera as well. I also have the Zoom F2 Bluetooth recorder as well, which is just a little clip mic. It's not connected to the camera, so you do have to sync sound afterwards, but it has 32-bit float in it. So because I'm often shooting on my own, it's quite difficult to monitor sound levels as well as filming and thinking about everything else. But the 32-bit float clips the highs and the lows and keeps sound at an okay level. So for me, this is a really great option to have out with me in the field.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and you found it useful and I was able to answer all of your questions about what's in my camera bag. If you enjoyed this video, please do hit that like and subscribe button. Your support means a lot to me and it means I'm able to continue producing these videos.